Roles of a coach. A coach of any sport will have certain roles that they must fulfill to be successful in coaching their participants. For example, a friend, innovator, role model, motivator, trainer, educator, or manager. Whether coaching is their full-time job or they only volunteer, they'll have certain roles, however these roles may be different. Roles may vary depending on the age, skill level, or sport that they are coaching in. And in this video, I'll be talking about when certain roles may be beneficial or unbeneficial in different sporting examples. One important role of a coach is to be a good role model for the participants that they are coaching. This is someone that you look up to and may imitate their actions, behaviour and emotions towards the sport. The benefit of being a role model is that participants would listen to the role model because they respect and trust them. For example, a male PE teacher teaching dance to Year 7 boys in PE lessons would need to be a good role model for them to be able to look up to. Being a role model would be effective in the class. If the class see the teacher as a role model, they are more likely to listen to him and focus. So they will be more likely to participate in the dance class, which they may not have done if they didn't see the teacher as a role model. As the coach is also the same gender, the participants are more likely to see the teacher as a role model because they can identify with him more than if they were different genders. However, the teacher being a role model could also be unbeneficial if he isn't interested in dance himself, because the class may imitate his negative behaviour and not participate or be enthusiastic as they are copying how the teacher feels about dance. Being a role model would also be beneficial if the coach displayed good behaviour to the participants. For example, a football coach who always follows the rules of the games and doesn't act aggressively to the referee would be a good role model because the participants would follow his good behaviour, unlike if he was a bad role model by shouting at the referee. This would be bad because the participants may copy his behaviour and start to act more aggressively as well and not follow the rules of the game. Another important role for a coach is to be a good innovator. This is someone who offers new ideas to a sport and introduces effective changes, such as a netball coach always introducing new ways to improve the team and to keep them interested in netball. This could also include creating new tactics and strategies for training sessions and matches for the participants. For example, a gymnastics coach working with young children would need to be innovative in thinking of new and different preparations for skills to make the training sessions more interesting, so the children stay motivated and engaged in the gymnastics. This is particularly important when working with young children of a young age, because they may lose interest quickly and get distracted easily, so the coach would need to be very innovative when thinking of ways to keep them engaged. However, an example of when being an innovator may be bad is if a coach is too innovative. For example, if a football coach is coaching all older participants who compete regularly, they would need to avoid creating new strategies in every training session when the team wouldn't be able to, because the team wouldn't be able to practice a certain one as the tactics are changed too often. This would be unbeneficial to the team because when they come to do matches, they won't have a certain strategy that they are good at, so they are less likely to win. Another role that a coach may have is to be a friend to the participants that they are coaching. This is a coach who the participants feel they can trust and get along with while training. A coach who is coaching a team of 18 plus football players may become friends with the participants as they start to trust each other and get to know each other better through spending time training together. In some situations, it can be useful for a coach to be a friend to the participants. For example, a male coach coaching a 20-year-old man one-on-one running, it would be beneficial for them to be friends because it allows the coach to know the personality of who he is coaching. So the coach would know more about what could benefit them and what would also be unbeneficial. This would then help the coach help them because they would know what coaching style would suit the participant the most and what style of coaching may be unbeneficial to the participant, as they wouldn't know if they weren't friends. For example, the runner may be very sensitive to criticism and could lose motivation easily, so if the coach was a friend then they would know about this and would be able to give them criticism without making the runner lose motivation. However, there are times when being a friend as well as a coach may be inappropriate. For example, if a coach is teaching swimming lessons to their participants, they may not give as good constructive criticism, as they have biased opinions as they are friends who they're trying to coach. This would mean that the participant would be less likely to improve. The last role is a motivator. A motivator is someone who encourages the team by promoting interest and enthusiasm. This will hopefully keep the team going and trying hard, as they will be motivated to do so rather than giving up. Like a cricket coach who is always encouraging the team to try the best they can, even if they are losing the match. One benefit of a motivator is that they can keep the team going. For example, a netball coach may need to motivate their team if they are losing a match, as they could feel like just giving up. The coach needs to be a motivator to keep them trying and playing the best and to stop them giving up. However, sometimes a motivator isn't needed. For example, if a volleyball team is winning their match, then the coach won't need to motivate them, as it is likely that they are already motivating themselves from winning. Another example of when the coach needs to be a good motivator is when the team they are coaching are young or more inexperienced, as they could be easily discouraged if they are losing. For example, a PE teacher coaching rounds to primary school children will need to motivate the team that are losing so they can keep trying rather than becoming sore losers and giving up on the game. However, with an older team who are more experienced, they may not need as much motivation, as they know how to keep themselves motivated even if they are losing. For example, an 18-year-old squash player who has been playing for a long time will have played many matches, so will know that even if they are losing, they need to keep trying. This means that the coach won't need to motivate them as much as they are experienced enough to motivate themselves, and they may even find the coach to be a bit patronising if they are trying to motivate them too much when they don't need it.